Friday the 13th. To begin with, the title is brilliant. Of all the holiday-themed horror movies, Friday the 13th is that one mysterious date that can just happen anytime. There could be a Friday the 13th any time of the year, and you never know when until it sneaks up on you, like Jason. And how many Friday the 13ths roll around where you go, oh, I gotta watch one of the movies? All the fucking time. Horror movies usually seem to do one of either two things. Either the horror comes to you, or you go to the horror. Like Halloween, for example, that's a movie where the horror comes to a neighborhood. It's just a regular neighborhood, and there's sort of a sense of innocence. Like, sure that most of the people in the movie are kind of naughty, and, but generally, the people in the movie don't deserve what's happening to them. In Friday the 13th, that's a movie where they go to the horror. They're more adventurous, they're daring, they're just doing things that they're not supposed to be doing. They're in the woods, they're in the middle of nowhere, and that's kind of what made Friday the 13th seem a little more exciting. That's another trend that the series opened up, was the camp setting. It's like out there in the middle of the woods, you never know where the killer could be. He could be behind any tree. Oh, what's that over there? Oh, it's just an animal. It's like just stand in the middle of the woods all by yourself at night and think about Friday the 13th. One thing I always loved about the series was how Jason made it so far. Like, if you would have asked me back when the first movie was out, I would have probably thought, well, the rest of the series would probably be Mrs. Voorhees' head floating around attacking people, like in the Nintendo game by LJN. But the fact that Jason's made it so far, he's been to New York City, to hell, to outer space, it's like anything can happen. Like, Jason gets killed over and over again. He gets all fucked up. And you know why he keeps on going? Because he doesn't give a shit. It's funny that sometimes the common public doesn't really know who Jason Voorhees is. Like, I'll say Jason Voorhees, and they're like, well, who's that? But if I just drop the Voorhees and just say Jason, they're like, oh, Jason, the hockey mask and everything. I don't know why that is. Jason Voorhees, who's that? Jason, oh, yeah. One of my favorite characters of the whole series is Crispin Glover from Part 4. He's hilarious. My favorite line is, he thinks that's funny. He thinks that's a funny thing he's doing. This is the mask that I used in the Angry Video Game Nerd episode. I wish I remember who made it, but I bought it from a Monster Mania convention in Cherry Hill, New Jersey. Immediately I took it over to Kane Hodder to get him to autograph it. Now I'm standing in line for like an hour. It's still pretty early. He's not even there yet. But I'm just standing here. All of a sudden this hand comes in, points at the mask, and right away I knew it was him. I look up, and Kane Hodder gives me the thumbs up and walks to the front of the line to conduct his autographs. That was pretty awesome. But when I went up to him and got the autograph, he signed the inside of it here for me. I asked him, how similar is this to the one that you wore in the movies? And he said that it's pretty identical to the one that he wore in Part 7. So, pretty cool. I also got Betsy Palmer to autograph it. And she's such a nice lady. It's just so funny to associate her with the ruthless, terrifying Mrs. Voorhees.